All right, hello, welcome. Yet another fantastic game of Poxnora about to unfold in the tournament series. We have Puma OZ or PumaOz playing Shattered Peaks Voil against Kingttar playing FW, I believe Skellingtons, or as some of you have told me, Skellington. A powerful start to both of these titans as we unfold this game before us. We have a Lance Admiral. I'm not going to say that name because everyone pronounces it differently, but Lance Admiral S was followed up by a Storm Flyer. And on this side of the corner, we have a Bone Circle Archmage, the FW staple, the menace to society itself. I believe these games. And guess what? I'm here now. I'm here. I'm on time. Got a fresh suit on. Teeth are sparkling. Mint gum in my mouth, chewing it hard. We're going to record both games. It all worked out, ladies and gentlemen. A second Bone Circle Archmage. This game is going to be crazy. I've seen Puma practice. This man is a menace to society. And from what I heard, Kingttar also been practicing a little bit, but I've never seen him play Skellingtons. So my money, and I'm not being biased, but my money's on Puma. This man is a menace. He's an SL player by heart, never goes out of his faction. But this man's been putting in work, been grinding, been in the gym with these Voils. And he's terrifying. Absolutely filthy with it. So stinky, he needs to take a shower. I've really hyped this game up, and so far it's been really slow, so that's actually hilarious. We'll see what happens. He's taking Storm Acolyte, or Storm Acolyte, and Damage Shield Electricity 3. Interesting choice. An interesting choice indeed. Is that the Deflect? It is. A little bit of Illuminate. I wonder if he's using the new Voil Glare Wing. It's pretty good. I know he uses the Queen. The Queen's pretty decent. Voil are in a really good spot right now. They got some heavy hitters. Surprised though. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Get him healthy. He's a tank now. I think Voil have enough tanks though. It's gonna be interesting. We already got a Tomb Lord coming out. Skellies need a little bit of time to, work it up, This guy has double the Bone Prison. I think he's trying to save it for a power turn with a Tomb Lord. But if he's not careful, he's gonna get blown out next turn. Unless, might be a Bone Trap. Kingttar over here might be thinking, listen, I'm no fool. I've seen your work. I know who you are. Puma, if that even is your real name. You're cat of the jungle. You can't be messing around with these bats. Alright. He holds up the font. Gets his Tomb Lord out. These guys have 14 HP each, but here comes a powerful war cry. I'm not going to do my war cry because I'd peak my microphone, but you guys at home, if you want to, mentally join in on the war cry action. This is not the fitting music for me being so amped, me being so harnessed of energy right now. But I like it, I dig it. A little bit of the old school jazz. Is he able to... Yeah, he can clear all these skeletons. Now see, the thing with Voil nowadays is so many of them are cheap and good and efficient that you just kind of want to spam them. It's like, you don't need to play spells, you don't need to play anything like that. You just keep playing units. And they just work. Yeah, like that. Bam. Huge. Now, is he going to get a little frisky with it? Or is he going to be conservative? For me, since I'm a bad player, I'd like to... Yeah, he's not going to get frisky with it. I'd like to get a little frisky with it. You know? Now, I'm just recording this right after the Elves game with Insane X. And honestly, it's a beautiful Saturday. It's sunny. Warm out. I got my short shorts on, Got my flippy floppies. I don't actually don't wear flip flops, but I just wanted to say flippy floppies. But I got my little shoesies on. Got some socks. You know, I'm sitting here. I'm drinking a nice thing of cold water. Stay hydrated. It's the summertime for us in the part of this world, so please stay hydrated. I don't want no heat cases out there. But yeah, looking like an interesting game. Not really, but I'm trying to make it interesting. We're probably just going to see more stall tactics over here by Kingttar. My thing is, how do people get their usernames, right? How do people get their usernames? If you're feeling a little chatty Cathy, how about you put down in the comments section how you guys got your usernames? Because for the longest time, my username was Skullferno. And it's because I was a little kid and skulls were cool. And I just thought, you know, instead of saying Inferno, just say skull and then cut the eye out and get Ferno, and then there. I'm like Ghost Rider, baby. You know, what's cooler than a skull on fire? We see a little hex action going on. A little summon of the ward. What does he take? He takes it at rank 2. Interesting. Most people either take rank 3 for the really expensive or rank 1 for the cheap. But going on, yeah, I thought that was cool. And then, you know, I had I became a teenager and I really liked graphic novels and comics and the manga, if you pronounce that correctly. And I read The Watchmen when I was 14. My dad gave it to me as a gift. And it's like the old meme now where like you see like Heath Ledger's Joker, Rorschach, you know, all these like people who are like, they're like, men just choose one and they base their whole personality off of this one character, even though it's wrong and stuff like that. And I find that really hilarious. I didn't do that with Rorschach. I just thought he was really like, not cool, but like, I enjoyed his character arc. We saw a Vicious Harpoon. It looks like he's going to take out the Tomb Lord. Does he have... He did not take Commander on this thing. Interesting. He doesn't need it, I don't believe. That's a dead Tomb Lord, my friend. Actually, hold on. Doing the math, he has a perfect kill. Actually, a little bit more of the Rend. Honestly, if we're talking, if you guys know what The Watchmen is, the comic book and all that jazz, you know, if I had to base a character, you know, if I had to be like, I'm more similar to, you know, X, Y, and Z of this character, it wouldn't be Rorschach. You know, I'm not some justice vigilante who, you know, the principle is always, you know, you have to use X, Y, and all that stuff because of some sense of doing right by the world, even if it means bad. Honestly, I'm more like the comedian, where it was, I did a lot of bad things, but it was for money. You know, I really don't care at the end of the day as long as I get what I want. That's what most people are, you know. I'm not trying to get all psychological with you guys or anything like that. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. I don't think he was a bad person in the end. We're going to stop debating, you know, the psych profiles of the Watchmen characters. Even though I would love to do a full deep dive on, like, Mr. Manhattan and all that stuff. Dr. Manhattan. I'm sorry, he's a doctor. But if you haven't read it or even watched the movie's actually really good. It's not as good as the graphic novel, but it's pretty good. So if you need something to watch, I will, you know, recommend it. That being said, it is rated R, so make sure you guys aren't signing on to anything too crazy. Speaking of that, speaking of movies, I'm going to keep going off topic as these guys unfold their turnout. We were talking earlier in the Discord about Nicolas Cage's new movie. I can't remember the title of it to save my life. But we're talking about Pedro Pascal, and I love Pedro Pascal. He is super cool, super funny. I like his work and his other movies and shows he's played in, and he's actually going to be the new character who plays Joel in the Last of Us TV show that they're making. So hopefully that's good. You know, people have a mixed bag of opinions, you know, Last of Us and all that stuff. You see a Skull of Decay coming down, even though there's not that much healing besides the Twisted Essence coming. Well, I guess this too. Skeletal Reaper is such a good card, dude. Wonder how this is gonna go. Use disease but not inhibited. No Tomb Lord. Broken Bones still doing Broken Bones things. It looks like this might be the end for our BB. Yeah, this early Warcry was just such a good thing by Puma. It's really paying off for him. Might be a tiny misplay, but you know, it is what it is. I think he could have done a lot of damage here to the BCA, the Bone Circle Archmage. But he can distract it. But he might, yeah, that's a way better play. Going for this so you can't get the Scythe Whirl. Might be a quick game 1. I'm hoping that this thing goes to game 3. Like I said, every game in the tournament so far has been 2-0, and I hate it. I want some close, competitive, high octane games. All right, we're seeing a Voils Sorcerer. Pretty good. He definitely has control of this mid-fight so far, and this is the thing with Shattered Peaks that a lot of people don't understand. They can just keep spamming units. So we're looking at 5 to 3 right now. That's just crazy. These BCAs aren't going to really do anything. He also casted the spell Distract, I think. I think that's what he did. Too busy gabbing. So there's game 1 out of the way. I'll see you guys at game 2, okay, baby?